Boy, oh boy. So, this, I told y'all, boycott incoming. I knew it was coming. I knew it was going to happen. So, if you don't remember, a few days ago, a developer, programmer, if you will, I guess, made fun of Charlie Kirk's passing. And she was fired. And after that, she doubled and tripled down on it. She would do it 1,000 times over to fight fascism. And just God, he wasn't a fascist. What are y'all talking about? But I asked you guys a question. I said, well, after finding out, was she the head developer? I can't remember or not on the game. Felt that way. Were you going to buy the game or not? So many of you said no. I would say 98% of y'all in the comments said no. We ain't buying it. So, now, the other side is ramping up. Over on Blue Sky, a bunch of people want to boycott. From what I hear, they are downplaying it, saying that, oh, it was just a joke. We know it wasn't a joke. We saw the way it was written. We saw what she said after she was fired. It wasn't a joke. So now you got the left, certain parts of the left, boycotting the game too. And I think this all could have been circumvented. This could have been stopped. This wouldn't even happen if you didn't hire these activist-minded people into your company in the first place. It seemed like a movement that was going on with the whole, Sweet Baby Inc. and all these other things with, the sensitivity reading and this and that, and everyone's sensitive, and this person's feelings was hurt, and this person needs to be heard, and everyone's got to be in every game and every movie and everything, or it's not right, or it doesn't represent modern day. It just got so ridiculous that everything looked strange, unfamiliar, not even like real life. It was just these instances in games and movies and comics. And so it's like, what the hell are you doing? To the point where all these companies are losing a ton of money through boycotts. Talk to Bud Light and Target and Disney and other companies. All of them losing money, hand over fist losing money. And now it comes back to bite them in the behind with something like this. This is almost like a no-win situation after hiring somebody like that. They put out a statement and everything, I think, right? But it just is what it is. So you got Blue Sky losing their mind, and you got people that were disgusted with the fact that they would even hire somebody that would say anything like that or boycotting. Now, if you go on over, actually, let me put this on a different browser because I forgot. This is the one with the extension. So there's an extension over on Chrome that will show you likes and dislikes. Okay. And it is extremely accurate. I've tried it on my own channel and I was like, oh, that's pretty close. It's not exact, but it's pretty close. So, the Ghost of Yōtei 1000 Blades trailer. And I literally looked at this yesterday because I was like, when I saw that it came out, I was like, let me check the comments. Now, I've heard that they've been deleting comments. I don't know. But I do remember when I saw the top comment was like, we ain't going to forget. It was something like that. But y'all see it, right? I'm just here to look at the comments. It's more interesting than the game trailer itself. You have no honor. Pause that 1 second. Read comments. Closed video. So basically, that person letting the they're like, yeah, you're not going to get my view. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. Sucker Punch's new marketing strategy: alienate 50% of your audience before the game even launches. The comments did not disappoint, gentlemen. Sucker Punch Studios made a game about preserving a culture from invasive ideologies while letting their own be consumed by one. The lack of self-awareness is breathtaking. And people wonder why game sales are down. You alienate 50% of your player base before launch. A samurai with no honor is not a samurai. Pretty weird they didn't post this on their X account. Yeah, I heard about that too. People are just losing it. They are not having it. And I mean, I ain't got no solution for them, you know, because the woman that they hired as the main character is also an activist. And it's like people want to see you continue with the Ghost of Tsushima. That you could have ended it, but you know the fans wanted you to continue, you know. And, you know, it just pointed to modern audiences is the reason why you didn't. And then the people, so they're like, you know, people are already looking at you with a side eye because you took the strong male character and now replaced him with a strong female character. So their antenna are up. That doesn't mean that it's going to be woke, but the antenna are up because it's one of the elements. Then you find out that the person's an activist. Then you find out one of the main devs says this. And it's just, you know, you can keep yourself out of it by not hiring activists that, because there are actually good activists out there. But, how, you know, people that are so unfeeling and uncaring. And that's why people tell you these days, like, you gotta watch what you put on social media, because when you're looking for a job, or while you got a job, your job watches you. And they see how you're represent. You know, it's kind of like with in relationships. People will say, well, your wife is a representation of you, or your husband represents who you are. So your employees represent you. And if your employees are out there acting a damn fool, you might have to let them go because you don't want that in your company. It just is what it is. So I don't know what type of numbers this game is going to do. I really don't. But I expect it's not going to sell what they wanted it to sell. Post the comments down below. Let me know what you all think. If you enjoyed my thoughts on this, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Woo.